Most of your informational content doesn't convert, not because it's bad, because it's missing one thing. Today, I'm going to show you how one little tweak can change this from no leads to a constant flow of qualified leads. Let's look at this example here. HubSpot is the king in converting informational content, even high top of the funnel. They do this by creating specific lead magnets for every content piece, or at least a group of content pieces. Let's take this example. You have a blog post about how marketers use AI-generated content, and then they have a guide free for download. Another example, 6 steps to create an outstanding marketing plan, and then you get a marketing plan template. As a bonus, they also use best practices to rank higher in SEO and get the click by including numbers and also free templates. This is also reflected in the SEO title, the clickable link that you see on Google. And here, the last example I'm going to show you from HubSpot, a data report about the psychology of short-form content. Let's take a step back. Why is this important? First of all, we need to understand the conversion rate of our blog post. On average, DataBox identified by surveying marketers that blog converts at 5%, meaning only 5 out of 100 people leave their email addresses. While there are many companies that convert very high with over 25%, the majority is between 2 and 5%. And again, the average is 5%. Now take your data and put yourself in that range. But even if you convert very high already and don't use the tactics I'm going to show you, you are leaving leads literally on the table. They are not converting, so you could get more leads from the same content. And another reason why we need to think of finding ways on converting more of the people that are already viewing our content is this. AI overviews, and especially for informational, take up 34% of clicks. So before AI overviews, more clicks went through the website. Now AI summarizes this and people don't click through. So already from the search volume, 1/3 get even through to the websites. And this study found even that for informational content, it's decreased by up to 60%. So we know overall it's 1/3 to AI overviews, but for informational queries, it's even up to 60%. So meaning if you had before the whole pie 100%, now you maybe only have 60% left. If your conversion rates stay the same, that means also you have 60% less leads. So what is the solution? We have 3 ways. We have a good way, we have a better way, and the best way. What is the good way? You have a lead magnet on your blog posts that is very generic, and then you have a generic follow-up nurture sequence. An example of this could be from one of my old websites I still have, where I just have a generic sign up for a 7-day marketing challenge, but it's completely unrelated to the blog post. It's for everyone the same. The blog post I have this lead magnet on is 5 ways on how you can uncover your buyer persona's reading habits, has nothing to do with that marketing challenge. What would be the better way? You have relevant content, maybe it's evergreen, and then you just tailor the CTA, the message to that, but still have a generic email sequence. Again, I'm guilty of this, what I'm currently doing, but I'm building it out more. I have an SOP library. And in this library, I have my SOP and templates, AI prompts, and you can download them. You get access to everything. So I make my life easy here, but it's also hopefully a lot of value to whoever signs up. But then I customize the CTA related to the content piece. So here, for example, is how to manage negative keywords in Google Ads. And then I include here a very relevant CTA that people are incentivized that it's related to that content piece. Another example, and sorry for the formatting here, is that you get templates related to this campaign setup. So if you really read through this, the CTA is very relevant, but then you get access to the generic content offer, in that case, a whole library, and it's one nurture stream. It's not customized. So I call it the better way. Blog post, a relevant CTA, but then access to everything. What is the next step for me doing this later on? It's a little hybrid to the best. So it's a good segue on what is the best. And actually, I showed you the best way already. If you download any of the HubSpot CTAs that they offer you on the related blog post, they will send you that relevant content piece. Potentially, depending on the stage you're in or the topic you're interested in, they send you specific messages before they put you in an overall generic welcome series or nurture sequence. If you want to see this in action, just download one of the content pieces here. I already touched on this, but now let's go into detail. the stage of the content is super important. So you can obviously bundle it by topic. If you have multiple topics like HubSpot, where you say like, okay, let's focus on email marketing, marketing plan templates, psychology for video content, also all different topics, but there are also probably different stages related to their offering, like in CRM, marketing automation software. So instead of just going the normal old school funnel, let's use here HubSpot again, where they basically say awareness, consideration, conversion, and also you can download here something shocking. I would split this even more. I like to apply 5 different stages: problem unaware, problem aware, solution aware, product aware, most aware. And in those, you can have your content clustered. The goal is that you move people from one stage to the next. Let's use a very simplified example here. Let's say you want more business, but you don't know how to get it. The problem might be maybe you don't get any consistent flow of leads. So you might Google something, how to get more clients, and then you land on a content piece that tells you about lead generation. Now you potentially become problem aware. Okay, you need to generate more leads, but you don't know any solution yet. So in that case, maybe you learn about the solution of implementing lead magnets, but you still don't know on how to facilitate this, meaning where do you upload the lead magnet? How do you add the forms to the website? How do you send them the emails correctly? So in that case, maybe you're interested in a solution that does this. Maybe HubSpot, maybe go high level, etc. And most aware is then when you normally have purchased, it is often like how to do something in a platform, like how to add a lead magnet to a blog post, how to send someone from one nurture stream to the next, how to do lead scoring in the platform so someone can advance. Now let's talk about a rollout plan that you can do. It is obviously impossible that you start with the best. What I would do is I would first look at my content pieces and sort them by page views, and then also by the leads they generated and also the conversion rate. If they convert very well with generic content, they might be even converting better with specific content. And then go for this article, create something that is relevant as an add-on that really creates value. You can use AI, but just don't give it the one prompt like, hey, create me a lead magnet for this blog post. Obviously, if you deliver a shitty, sorry for the wording, marketing piece, people will unsubscribe. They will not trust you. So you need to provide value. For example, that's why I don't create a dedicated lead magnet for this video, because I don't have a good idea on how I can create more value that it would be worth for you to subscribe. But obviously, if you want to have access to my SOP library, you can do this. See what I did here? Just scan the QR code or the link in the description. You can also start with what I do, something that is generic and is applicable to most of it, and then use different CTAs. I would choose probably both. I would go for my best pieces of content and create something unique, but then also have a generic offering that is evergreen, and then step by step replace this with something super relevant to that blog post. What I'm going to do next is actually implement a hybrid. Basically, what I'm going to do is I have a relevant CTA, and then we'll have one-on-one per blog post, and then add them to a normal nurture sequence. Right now, everything is generic, but then also I can group them even more. For example, if you sign up for the library and want to learn more about the topic of backlinks, I will send you first, obviously, more content related to backlinks. Right now, everything is generic. It's kind of mixed together, and I need to work on that. But in all transparency, right now, this is not worth my time, because first I need to get more leads. And that's the same methodology that you need to apply. Work on the things that can move the needle the most right now. Where do you have the biggest leverage? And as I said, I think on your very specific, best performing articles. If you need help with your marketing, sorry, again, a very generic offering, but feel free to contact me. CRO is one of the most important things, especially in 2025 and 2026, when we just get less visibility through the traditional forms like SEO. Cheers.